Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rock Studios. I'm Stan Miller. I'm the PR and Analyst Relations Manager for Rockwell Automation in the EMEA region. And I'm joined today in the studio by Salma Ghafoor. She is the Global Technical Lead for IoT, Rockwell Automation. Salma, welcome.
Hi, Stan.
And I'm also joined by André Henriksson. He is Account Technology Strategist, Manufacturing for Microsoft. André, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Guys, we're very excited to have you in the studio today. We're talking about collaborating with Microsoft for edge-to-cloud industrial digital transformation. So, Salma, first question goes to you. What role does edge-to-cloud play in the development of a connected enterprise?
Good question. So the way we see it is that cloud is really essential for a connected enterprise. It's really the only way you're going to get the most value, and to actually generate a truly connected enterprise, you can't do it without cloud. But what we know is that historically, those two worlds of manufacturing, production, operations, the OT side is completely different to the IT world where cloud technologies, services are running. So what we're talking about is really being able to connect those two worlds together when we talk about edge to cloud.
Okay, I think that's really good kind of level setting for us. André, if I could ask you, what values can leaders unlock by exploring the combination of edge-to-cloud solutions?
It's a really good question. And I would say, first off, it would be access to innovation. I mean, if you look into the cloud, the evolvement of the cloud and so on, it's exploded. We see a huge number of different services being added all the time. So if you connect the edge to the cloud, you will, of course, then benefit of getting access to this innovation. But on the other hand, since we're talking about edge to cloud and cloud to edge, some of these services are now starting to be deployable down to the edge as well. So you can actually benefit of that innovation from the cloud by having that integration between edge and cloud, and then you take it down to the edge. I think that's going to be the key benefit for all businesses out there.
Interesting. So Salma, from your perspective, what are some examples of opportunities for collaboration that are enabled by edge-to-cloud transformation?
Okay. So I think a key one that I kind of come across quite regularly is predictive maintenance. It's kind of a hot topic in the industry. And what we can see is by being able to combine, edge and cloud, we can now offer customers the ability to do predictive maintenance by gathering the data at the machine level and then doing predictions, doing machine learning, doing analytics right down at the edge. So you can get those real-time insights and predictions. However, you can then take it to the next stage as well, because by enabling that edge to cloud, we can then take that data, push it up into the cloud. Once it's there, you can then start combining it with data from multiple machines, not only from a single factory, but maybe from across multiple sites as well. You can. You can pull in information from all your sites, all the machines that are running across all facilities. What that then means is you can start building much more sophisticated machine learning models that can do predictions across different types of asset classes. So it's really empowering you and taking you to the next stage. And then also, as André mentioned, it's not just a kind of unidirectional thing where we're just sending the data up. It's bidirectional. So once you've created these more sophisticated, complex machine learning models that you've trained with big data sets in the cloud, you can then deploy that back down to the edge. And then you're then getting that kind of closed loop feedback, basically, to get the much better accuracy and insights.
Great. André, is there anything else you'd like to add on top of that?
Yeah, I think to add to that is that as soon as you get sort of the data into the cloud and you start to democratize the sort of availability of data, then there are lots of other use cases from a business perspective that you can sort of leverage on top of that data. It's not just the sort of artificial intelligence on top of the data. It's the visibility itself which creates lots of new use cases, which can drive transformation and innovation in a business, of course.
Thank you. So, moving on, maybe, André, you'll tackle this question first. How should industrial decision makers think about designing, operating, and maintaining an edge-to-cloud environment?
That's a really good one as well. So if I look into all the different clients I work with, I think that there is a key term there, which is sort of that you need to keep in mind from the start. It's all about scalability, because a lot of different enterprises have done lots of pilots, some successful, some failed, and so on. But a common pattern I see is that if you are successful, you start with a use case or several use cases in one factory. There's a really hard time to sort of replicate that into additional factories. That's where the trouble starts. So I think if you think about scalability from the beginning, you make a smart choice on the technology stack itself. You put the solution architecture in place to leverage all different kinds of use cases. Don't do any shortcuts, etc. Then I think you will be better off in creating value both on the edge and in the cloud. But I'm not saying that you should go to develop a space rocket or a moon rocket or anything like that. You should still use agile principles. Start small, learn fast, MVPs and all of those things as well. But keep in mind from the beginning, it's all about scalability. It's not to prove something shortly.
Agreed, yeah. And just to add to that, kind of like a minor point, what we're also talking about is that ability to connect the entire, all those different stages from design to operations to maintain. So it's across the entire product life cycle. Again, that's being enabled using Edge-to-Cloud.
Makes sense. Oh, guys. So one more question. How does the combined expertise of Rockwell and Microsoft help in supporting the development of that edge-to-cloud strategy? Maybe Salma, you tackle that first?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So the way we see it is very much that because we have the experience to support, we have the industry experience, we have the proven technology to support our customers across that journey. And it's not just about having the experience and having the products and the solutions. What we also offer is the consultation, the consultative services and the implementation services. So it's really helping in every stage of the process. Andre?
No, I totally agree with you. And I think in the end, I mean, the expertise you are having from an OT perspective and the experience and knowledge we have from an IT perspective, bridging those two worlds together, I mean, it's a perfect match. So totally agree.
Exactly, yeah. Making sure that the conversations that are being had are the right conversations, and they're really trying to cut down on the friction of like when these two worlds are kind of colliding and clashing, and you have people in the room talking almost different languages. I think having that partnership means that we can help our customers have the right conversations.
The combination of IT and OT coming together, Rockwell Automation, Microsoft, fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you, Stan.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. If you're interested in learning more about Rockwell and Microsoft's collaboration or Edge-to-Cloud Solutions, please visit us at rockwellautomation.com.